today we are going to do a fruit cake. Okay, so we are going to do a fruit cake with a twist. I am going to not do a whipping cream frosting, but we are going to do a cream cheese frosting for a fruit cake. So I'm really excited. It is also my father's birthday, so probably I'm going to give him this cake today. So let's start with making our base. Now the base that we are going to make, it's very simple, very easy. It's like it's like in one go. Okay, so first I'm going to take a bowl. Ingredient list, guys, you all know. I'm going to post the session, so you don't have to worry about that right now. I hope everything is visible for you. If not, just give me a moment. Is this better? Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the all-purpose flour. This is for our vanilla base. Okay, so we're going to start with the vanilla base. All-purpose flour, baking soda, this is salt, and sugar. But sugar I'm going to add later. First I'm just going to sieve all my dry ingredients. Once this is done, now we are going to start by adding some sugar to it. Caster sugar, guys, okay? Always make sure that it's a caster sugar and not the granulated table sugar. I'm just going to give it a nice mix. Once this is done, now we are going to add oil and water and emulsify it really well, okay? So give me a minute, I'm going to get the water. So the water that I'm going to be using is going to be chilled water, okay? So it's chilled water and oil. Along with oil, I'm going to add apple cider vinegar. Now with the hand beater, I'm going to give it a nice mix. Okay, you need to emulsify it for say about good 45 seconds. Now once this is done, hi guys, no baking powder, it's only baking soda. Once the oil and water mixture is done, I'm going to add some essence to it. I'm going to use Madagascar Vanilla Essence by Fab. So I'm going to use that. It's an oil soluble essence, so I'm going to use that. Just give it one mix. We are done. Now we just need to add this to our dry ingredients. And give it a nice mix. Just give me a moment. I'm just first going to mix it with a spatula. Then take a hand beater. Mix it for hardly 10 to 15 seconds. That's it. And we are done with our batter. Okay, this is the batter for our vanilla base. Now I'm going to add it to a lined mold. So I'm going to use like a 6-inch ring, and I'm using a parchment paper. This is oiled and then dusted with some flour. So Now very carefully I'm going to shift it on a tray and put it for baking at 180. Okay, so we are done with the base. Now what we're going to do, we are going to start making our cream cheese frosting. Now for cream cheese frosting, I have cream cheese over here. You can use Philadelphia, you can use Delecta. Either brand works really well, okay? So I have cream cheese over here. I'm going to add some butter to it. So here we have butter. And I'm going to start beating it, okay, with a hand beater. Butter and cream cheese, they both are at room temperature. Now I'm going to add some icing sugar. Now icing sugar quantity depends as per your taste. So I'll be giving you approximate quantity. You can add it as per your taste, okay? I'm going to add icing sugar, no caster sugar, no granulated sugar. You need icing sugar so that it dissolves really well with your frosting. Just going to sieve in all the icing sugar together inside. Now also you can add any kind of essence that you like. You can add vanilla essence, you can add any fruit essence, either works. Now I'm going to give it a mix first with the spatula so the sugar doesn't fly off over here. Now I'm going to beat it with the hand beater. Clean my workstation a bit. We are done with making our cream cheese frosting, okay? Now if I want to taste it, it's not very sweet, it's perfectly balanced. If I want, I can also add some vanilla essence to it. So I'm again going to add the Madagascar vanilla essence. Give me a minute, guys. Few drops of it, and I think that is good enough. Okay, I am done by making my frosting. Now what filling we are going to use? So I'm going to use all kind of fresh fruits, whatever are there in season. You can use either of them. So I have fresh apricots, I have plums, blueberries, cherries, mangoes. I have variety of fruit mix over here, okay? So I'm good, and also bananas, okay. So now I'm going to start. I have already baked a cake for us today. Give me a minute, guys. I'm getting the cake. So I've already baked a cake for us, like the sponge. It's a bit warm because I've just baked it right now. I'm just going to cut the edges. Flip it around and start by removing the parchment paper. really hot, so I have to be very careful. Perfect. It's come out well. I'm just going to clean this place a bit. Now, to be honest, the cake is a bit warm, okay, so this is not the ideal time to do the frosting. But as you know, we all are running low on time, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start filling the cake and just give it a quick finish and then put it in the chiller for say at least an hour. So I'm rest assured that the frosting won't melt away. But ideally, you let your cake cool down completely, always and always, okay? So guys, let's start. I've cut the sponge into 3 pieces. I've sliced them into 3 slices. Okay, the topmost slice will always come at the bottom. Always remember the topmost one I always use at the bottom, and that's a bit thicker. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to start doing. Here I have mango juice. I'm using the store-bought one. Okay, so you need mango juice for it. Okay, I'm going to take a spoon. I'm using a ring mold so that the filling becomes even. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding some mango juice. Just going to add some good amount of mango juice. You can use any other fruit juice that you like. I wanted it to be on a sweeter note, so that's why I'm using a mango juice. Okay. Now the next one that you're going to do, you're going to add some cream cheese frosting that we have made. I'm going to take an angular palette knife, a smaller one, and just try to even it out. So the a little saltiness of your cream cheese is going to even out the taste. So do not be worried that it's going to be too sweet. So I'm just going to add this layer of cream cheese frosting that we have made. Okay. Now I'm going to start adding some chopped fruits. So here I have plums. Plums are in season, so I thought why not use it. Add some plums. Next, I'm going to add some fresh apricots, okay? So these are fresh chopped apricots. You can use any seasonal fruits. You don't have to stick to the same, the same fruits that I'm using as of now. I'm using whatever is easily available in the market. Now, also I guess I have bananas, so I'm just going to chop them. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this aside for a minute. This I'm going to add in the next layer, okay? I'm just chopping them and keeping it ready. These are the fresh bananas. Now this is the center layer that I've cut, so I'm just going to add it on it. Just press it well. Again, I had some mango juice left, so I'm going to use that. You can also use orange juice, that works well as well. I need some more, so here I have some more mango juice. You can use either, okay? You can use a fresh mango juice, or you can use a fresh orange juice, or you can use a store-bought one. Either works for this. If you want, you can just use the plain water too. But the mango juice will add flavor to your sponge. Now the next what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some blueberry jam. So this is kind of a filling that we'll be using. If you wish, you can add your freshly made jams also. This is a blueberry jam. to add some more. Once this is done, I'm going to add some mangoes that we have over here. These are fresh chopped mangoes. You can use any other fruits, that's perfectly fine. And some chopped bananas. Now here, if you want to reduce the quantity of fruits, you can. There's no hard and fast rule that you have to use so many grams of, fruits. That's totally optional. That's completely on you. Okay, we are done with this. I need to wash my hands. Okay, so we have done adding all the fruits. Now I'm going to add slight amount of cream cheese on top and just spread it evenly. Now if you wish, you can try to set it like this in a chiller for half an hour, but we don't have that much of time. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start frosting it directly. Now I require a knife so that once I can just go clean. And this is our topmost layer, so I'm just going to add it on top. Now here I'm just going to spray some water. Okay, the top layer I'm just going to spray some water. Okay, we are done with this. It comes out nice and clean. Now begins like the fun part that we have to do. Now we have to do the frosting of it. So for that I have to add cream cheese in a piping bag that we had. The one that I'm doing is more like a rustic one right now. I'm not trying to give it like the sharp edges because it's cream cheese frosting. I'm just going to give it a very rustic look. I'm going to start piping some on top. Okay, and now at the edges. Okay, now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take a bigger angular palette knife, dip it in a little warm water, just wipe out, just keep on turning the turntable, just go flat and even like this. Okay, now I need a bowl to scrape off the excess of cream cheese that we have. I'm not trying to give a very sharp edge kind of a look. I'm just trying to make it a bit rustic. I'm just going to even out the top. Scrape it off. Always make sure that you scrape the palette knife. If you do not scrape the palette knife, all the excess is going to come back. going to take a scraper. Try to get the excess. I'm just getting all the excess off. And we are done. Okay, so we are done with frosting. As I said, it's a very rustic kind of a finish, so I'm not much worried about. I'm just cleaning the board, so all the excess cream. Now if you want to get into detail of sharp edges, it's a lengthy procedure, okay? So I'm not getting into that right now, and it needs a bit of practice too. I'm just cleaning the board. Also guys, we are on 9th of August, we are having our caking masterclass. So if you really want to join the whipped cream cakes, you can join us on 9th of August, okay? So now I am done with frosting the cake. You can see it. It's a very rustic kind of a finish. So now the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to start arranging all the fruits on top. So I have chopped mangoes, I have apricots, just going to line them over here. I'm going to discard all of these away from the table. Okay, I have some plums, sliced plums, cherries, some blueberries, and some lemongrass. Also, I have neutral gel, okay? The neutral gel is going to give shine and finish to your fruits, and they won't dry out like quickly, you know. So that will just increase the shelf life of your fruits. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a spoon right now. Add bit of neutral gel to apricots, mango and plums. Just going to give it a nice mix. You can use any seasonal fruit guys, any seasonal fruits, okay? So I'm just going to start adding the apricots first. On the edges. If you have berries, any strawberries or raspberries, you can definitely, that will elevate the look of your cake. Can you see it? Yeah, it's better now. Just going to arrange them on the edges. Apricots are done. Now the next thing I'm going to start with is some plums. So it will mix really well with the plums. once the plums are done, I'm going to start with few pieces of mangoes. These are the cube mango, the diced one. I'm just going to add. There's too much of yellow any which ways because of apricots, so they're not going to stand out as such. But we've added mangoes in the cake, so that's why I'm adding them. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost done. Okay. And now I have some fresh berries which I'm going to add on top. So these are the blueberries that I have, so I'm going to add them. Like, I love berries, okay? I love berries in my decor, so you'll find them quite a lot. Just cleaning the edges, the sides of the bowl. Now at end I'm going to add some cherries also. So guys, are you there? Are you enjoying our session? Please let us know. If you happen to make this cake, you'll have to tag in us so we know that you loved our product. And I hope your positive feedback will make us a little happy too. So please tag in, please let us know your feedback. How do you like it? And now I have some lemongrass. Just going to add them in between. Okay, so guys, we are done with our today's cake and it looks nice. I hope my father also likes it. Okay, I'm going to come there and show you the cake, how it looks, okay? So guys, this is the cake. It's the rustic one. I hope you all enjoyed today's session. I hope you all like it. It's with cream cheese frosting, and we have not used any whipped cream. So I really hope you all enjoyed our today's session, and I hope you'll make this cake and let us know how do you like it.